At this point, do you have any idea how hard it is to make these videos and not swear, not drop the F-bomb every other sentence? How the flippin' F do the watch people, the retards of the world, not see this? This is mind-blowingly unbelievable. Last warning, and he's warning you on exactly 5:10 May Day, literally with a 29 timestamp. This is why I am utterly embarrassed to even ever heard of the name Steve Fletcher. That guy is a complete, utter moron, degenerate. He's a scumbag. Why? Because he didn't learn this stuff and he touts out a bunch of gibberish BS, right? Watch. Just listen. The thumbnail for I Pet Goat is Mother's Day and a Super Bowl trophy. Mother's Day and a flippin' Super Bowl's trophy, right? We all know the Super Bowl was the key. You're not going to believe this. I mean, my God, how retarded are these morons? How effing retarded. We are in a leap year, okay? That means the month repeats. The month repeats. What day did they tell you the final warning? The final warning and a Super Bowl. Super Bowl 59. And what was the date on February 9th? 5-9. And what is 5-9? Use your head. It's 6-5. It's flipping 6-5. And what did Trump just say today? On March 5th, final warning. Why did he say final warning? Because the degenerates, like the Fletchtards, don't understand how important this is. Okay, so we're in the month of March. Why not we go to the Torah month 3, right? Torah month 3. We go to Torah month 3. What is that? What day are we looking at? We are looking exactly at 6-5, June 5th. And when is June 5th? It's on 3/27. And when is 3/27? 3/27 is exactly right here on March 28th. The damn Super Bowl. Stupid, degenerate monkeys. How do they not see this? Idiots. Complete, utter imbeciles, right? And what I say, February 26th, I'm like, the day to watch after February 6th and February 10th was February 26th. And you got a dog and a goat ritual on that exact day. And look at that day. It was the 28th. The damn 28th. February 26th, right there. February 26th, right here, was Shavat 28, 11/28, right? And on the other calendar, it was 12/28, right? The 26th of February was 12, and then the 28 here. So we simply go to our month, December 28th, and what is that day? It's flippin' Christmas, dude. It's Christmas. And what does Blondie show? New Year's Eve, the 28th, New Year's Eve. How retarded are these people? And the Donnie Darko's arm is connected to only one day, which is October 26th. And what are sixes? Sixes are nines. So what day are they showing us? They're showing us this day, Oct 29, December 29, the Day of the Dead, November 1st and November 2nd. When is November 1st and November 2nd? It's Adar 28, 8/28. How do people not understand this? It's the flippin' Super Bowl. Game over. And he gave a final warning on 3/5? On flippin' 3/5? Dude, shut the front door. 3/5. This is the calendar they're on. This is the flippin' calendar they're on. You stupid ass Steve Fletcher. You degenerate monkey ass. Look at this. 3/5. Israel's birthday. Final warning. So all they're doing is they're going to 3/5 right here. And when is the 28th? It's June 6th. Ryan Garcia warned you about June 6th. So they're warning you about June 5th and June 6th. This is why I Pet Goat says market collapse, war coverage, exactly on 6/5. Trump's final damn warning. And when is final damn warning? On the damn Super Bowl. And when is the Super Bowl? On Shavat 9, 5/6. And when is 5/6? 5/6 is June 5th. June damn 5th. degenerate monkey ass morons. Jesus Christ, man. Steve Fletcher, you stupid imbecile. Look at this. Look at this. February 15th. What is 13 days after February 15th? 13 days after February 15th is exactly February 28th. And the lunar calendars are still in February. What the hell does that say? February 28th. Exactly on March 28th. The lunar calendars are still in February. And when is February 28th? February 28th is the day of the tiger. This is why they gave you all the tiger symbolism. Here we go. And Elon Musk flicking a tiger, right? And saying Happy New Year. Literally saying Happy New Year, flicking a tiger, saying 2024 is going to be nuts. And we're still in 2024. As you clearly see here. February 28th. And what is the most important day in Babylon? Daughter of the moon and the 15th day, right? In the Babylonian, the Babylonian world is called a holy day called Shuptu. Ishtar was called the she of the 15th day, the month of Tammuz. And what is March 5th? March 5th is Ash Wednesday, the mark of Tammuz. And all these monkey-ass morons, and probably Steve Fletchard, got a ash cross on his head. Babylon tradition, the 40 days of Lent symbolize the 40 years that Tammuz lived. Lent ends with Easter when a tradition to eat ham to symbolize the remembrance of Tammuz. And what happens when September ends? Tammuz goes into the damn underworld. And this is why the Fletchards are looking at Pi Day and March 15th. All you do is add 13 days to it. 13 days. And what happens when September ends? On March 28th, on Elul 28, Ishtar goes into a fit of rage because her lover, Tammuz, offended her. The god set a horde of demons upon him. He tried to flee, but they caught up with him and brought him down to the land of the dead. After his departure, the goddess Ishtar, in remorse, began mourning him. Her sorrow and anguish were so great that nature itself stopped bearing life. Her maidens mourned with her. Finally, she descended to the land of the dead and brought him back to the world of the living, where he could dwell for part of the year before returning to the dead. When does he return to the dead? When Tammuz ends, when September ends, on March 28th. This is why the Fletchards and God's roadmap and all these degenerate losers can't figure anything out because they don't read about Babylon. We live in flippin' Babylon, you dipshits. Saving Israel for last, right? Babylon, Egypt. This is why the X's went over Carbondale, lived in Carbondale. Everything Carbondale, Southern Illinois University, everything Carbondale was Egypt. The mascot of the Southern Illinois University is a Saluki. What's a Saluki? An Egyptian dog. And it was called Little Egypt down there, and everything. They had Egypt symbolism everywhere. I lived there for 5 years. I'm like, what the hell is with all this Egypt nonsense? And Carbondale, like carbon? Guys, this is it. This is it. It's the Tammuz. And Trump comes out with a timestamp of May Day, pointing you right to this day. Right here, the 29th, 10/5, 5/10. And when is 5/10? It's 3/2/1. Right here, May Day, 5/10. Nissan 23, 7/23. Our amazing September calendar. Nissan is 7/1. So we go to our 7 calendar right here. And when 7/23? Exactly on the 27th, right? On the damn 27th. And it's the 28th on our calendar. It's the 27th on the Torah. Exactly when September ends. This is why they got 101 on the iPad Go chalkboard. And this is why it's Valentine's Day. You degenerate, stupid, monkey, morons. These watchmen, not you guys, but the watchmen. They should be watching themselves in the mirror, calling them making monkey noises. These people are dipshits. Literally, February 28th. How did I know February 26th was I Pet Goat? And we got a dog. We got a dog ritual and a goat ritual. And magically, Gene Hackman's dog was misidentified. Misidentified dog. They're giving you the dog symbolism nonstop. The goat of movies, of football coaches, dies. And they give you the dog Who cares if you mislabel this dog? But they're making sure you know it's Lupercalia. And when is 13 days after Lupercalia? February 28th. And when is February 28th? Just showed you it's March 28th. And why is the 15th so important to these monkeys? To these Jesuits? Because it's the Freemasonic magic square of Saturn, right? This is what it looks like right here. The 15, all connected to the 15. Okay? What we're going over now has to do with how to use the magic squares and black magic rituals. And if it's okay for you to hear this context of our studies, there are letter to number conversions, yada yada. You can pause it and read it if you'd like. Bottom line is that the all-seeing eye is certainly representative of Saturn, the god of the occult. And what is Saturday named after? Saturn, right? And the magic square here at the bottom, the magic square of Saturn is a 3x3 grid with the numbers 1 through 9 inserted in particular order so that any consecutive 3-digit line when added together equals 15. The number 15 is therefore representative of Saturn in the occult. And this is also why the deck of the tarot cards, the devil is card 15. Do you understand? They can only pull this. This is why Trump said all hell is going to break loose February 15th. And what is 13 days later on the Julian? February 28th, March 28th. That's why the Fletch Tards are looking at Pi Day. You understand what they're pointing to? 17 and 18, 17 and 18. And this is why in March 26, 2024 Elon said 2024, here we go. 1 year warning. And when is March 26? Exactly on March 29th. And when is March 29th? Exactly on March 28th. Pull up a damn calendar, you Fletch Tard. We're still in the month. We're still in the year 2024. And look, when is he came out that with the 26th? When is that? The 29th. When is the 29th? The 29th is the 28th. So we just simply go to March 28th. Right damn here. And why is the 17th and 18th so big? Because it's 517. World War III. World War III on 517. And when is 518? Well, 518 is the day before 517. Oh, wait, 517? July means 5. How is July 18th the day before July 17th? July means 5. 517 is the day after 518. 518 comes before 517. It's backwards. Look. How many people know that the 18th is before the 17th? Oh wait, 17 comes after 8, 18 comes after 17. That's only if you're a Fletch Tard, right? 527. When is 527? 518. Why they tell you don't get left behind? July means 5. On 327. And what's the very next day? It's 329. You get it? 329. And this is why God is wearing 326 right here. They're literally telling you 2024, here we go. It's the day of the tiger. And you got Elon flicking a tiger? It's the day of the tiger on March 28th? Dude, it's the Super Bowl 6-5. And when is 6-5? It's June 5th. And when is June 5th? June 5th is damn 328. Damn 328. How do these monkey morons don't see this? Literally, they told you June 6th. You simply go to June 6th. You go to 328. That's why Fletcher cannot hit a date to save his life. He's a loser. He's a complete brain-dead degenerate. If they're going to show you the Super Bowl, you got to look at the Super Bowl. If Trump comes out on March 5th, 3-5, and telling you final warning, when is 3-5? Exactly on March 27th. And when is March 27th? On March 28th, 327. And this is why he said, final warning on the date 3-5. You get it? 3-5, March 5th. And this is why you have Fifth Third Bank. They're giving you 3-5. 3-5 in your face. How many people know that the Super Bowl is March 28th? How many people know New Year's Eve is March 28th? How many people know Christmas is exactly on March 28th, 12/28, along with New Year's Eve? This is why these degenerates can't stand these degenerates. And why do you think Warren Buffett sold 7 to 8? July means 5, and we're in month 5, March, right? You go to the Torah calendar, 3. This is the day they're showing you, 728, with a timestamp of 1117. What are the, and look at this, 5-6, 6-5 IPEC GOAT market collapse war coverage. And what are the damn odds? What are the odds? If you go to March 5th, 2024, not 25, March 5th, 2024, minus 2,300 days, Daniel's 2,300 days, you get to the date exactly 1117. And this is why the moving knowing had 515, the 1 year warning to 5/15/2024. When is 515? At this point, it's as simple as it gets. 515 is right here, right? On 3-6. See that 3? See that 6? This is why Trump came out with a warning on 3-5-3-6. All you do is you go down here, 3-5-3-6, March 27, 2020, March 27th and 28th, right there. And when's March 27, 20? It's the same day, Friday afternoon after midday. This is why the movie Knowing said 5:15 Passover. They love the 15, right? And when is that? That day is 5-6, IPEC GOAT and Google glitch. So when does the war start? The war starts with Iran exactly on March 28th on the damn Super Bowl. Super Bowl 59. Why is it 59? 5-6. They've had this scripted since the beginning. And once again, how's the Super Bowl? Because Shavat 9. The Super Bowl is on February 9th, Shavat 9. Shavat means 5. 5-9. This is why you stop listening to these stupid degenerates. And what else did IPEC GOAT show you? Valentine's Day. When is Valentine's Day? Valentine's Day is exactly on February 13th, right? Not February 14th. All you do is you go to February, and when is Valentine's Day? Right here, the 15th, right? It's right here, the 15th, you see? Right here. On this day, the 13th was Feb 14, right? And over here was the 15th. All they're doing is adding 13 days to this day on the 15th, Shavat 17, 5/17. And what does July mean? July means 5. That's why there's an emoji on your phone that says 717, right? And what does Shavat mean? Shavat means 11, 1117. And this is why you see the time clock and leave the world behind at 1117. Do you understand? All they're doing is adding 13 days to February 15th, take you to February 28th. And what is February 28th? February 28th is 5-3, Shavat 3, 5-3. 5-3 is the exact day Trump said final warning. Unbelievable. And this is why they put that AI video together with Trump Gaza Trump, because they want the degenerate losers that can't read to show that the U.S., United States, and Trump has split God's land. This is why Ryan Garcia said June 6th. And once again, when is June 6th? This is the most important calendar in March. And when is March? March is right damn here, right? And when did markets start collapsing? On 5/28. On Black Monday was August 5th, but in Japan, they said some Japan nonsense on 5/28. When is 5/28? They're literally telling you the 28th at midday. 5/28, right? 5/28 is when the markets start collapsing. Shavat 28, knocking on the door of Judgment Day. Super Bowl, right there. And even though we don't like gematria, this is why they kept saying toilet paper and rubber gloves, mind control, all this stuff equals 56. But the degenerates can't figure out when 5-6 is. 5-6 is June 5th. And when is June 5th? It's 3/28. This is why everything was 5-6. An end of the world. End of the world with a timestamp of 3-5 and 6-9. Do you get it? 9-6. June 6th, 9-9. This is why Blondie shows that. 3-5 and 9-6 are 3/27 and 3/28. The same day, Friday afternoon. And Saturday, 3/28. End of the world, right in the timestamps. And this is why November 5th will be the most important day in history. When was November 5th? The exact day I said, watch for Trump, Iran. Something with Trump and Iran, a week in advance. Exactly on the date, November 8th, was all the Trump, Iran headlines. And what is November? 9-5, 6-5. Do you understand? 9-5 and 6-5. When is the 5th of November? The 5th of November is June 5th, 9-5. And when is June 5th? It's 3/28. This is why iPet Go shows 6-5 and the Google Glitch shows May 6th. World War III starts on March 28th. Steve Fletcher, you dumbass. And when was the pandemic start? Exactly on 11/5, 11/3, 3/11, right? March 11th. When do you circle back? Exactly 13 days later on February 28th. The lunar calendar is still in February. Look at the Chinese calendar. Islam, the Hebrews, and the Chinese all use lunar cycles. And you clearly see it's the day of the tiger. And this is why on 10/14, you had the ring of fire eclipse. What was the very next day? It's 10/15, December 15th. December means 10. So what is the very next day? December 15th, you add Julian 13 days, you get to the 28th. Everything connects. All of iPet connects. iPet Go connects. When is Lupercalia? It's February 15th. How the hell did I know about a pet, a goat, and a dog ritual on February 26th? I didn't pick every day like Fletchtard, right? And when is September 26th? It's September 29th. September 26th is exactly on this day, September 29th, right? And that's why you got the Blondie calendar showing you exactly this day, 9/6. When's 9/6? It's June 6th, right? 6/6 and 10/3. What are the damn odds? And it's New Year's Eve, right? You get a couple days that connect to Blondie. March 28th is one of those days. And this is why the Earth moved. New York's earthquake on 12/6. On April 6th, April 6th, it was Adar 26. April 5th, Adar 26. And when was Adar 26? 12/26. And when is 12/26? It's 12/29. I just showed you that's March 28th. March 28th, New York gets hit by Iran with a nuclear attack. That is the damn day. And when is 5/18? 5/18 is exactly on this day, 3/15. 5/18 right here, 5/18, right? 5/18 is exactly on this day, the 27th. And when's 3/15? 3/15, go to March 15th, and you add 13 Julian days right to our date, 3/28. How obvious is it at this point? If you choose any other day besides this one at this point, you're a complete degenerate. Never watch this stuff again. Go watch Steve Fletchtard. And let's do a prediction. I predict that after Pi Day, when nothing happens, Fletchtard is going to look at 3/22. Of course he's going to look at 3/22. That's what degenerate monkeys do. They look at the obvious dates, 3/22, because they're illiterate dipshits. And look at the timestamp. Best World War III song ever. It's the final countdown. Eastern time, that's 3:45. 5 plus 4 is 9. 3/9. 3/6. 3/6. And when is 3/6? 3/6 is exactly our date on 3/28, June 6th, 3/6. You understand? 3/6. That's why they gave you 5/15 Pentecost in the movie Knowing. 3/6. Go back and watch. And this is why you got November 5th. I just showed 9/5. When is 9/5? 9/5 is 5/6, June 5th, right? November means 9, and it's October 26th. When is October 26th? It's 10/29. And when is 10/29? December 29th. That's on the 28th. Literally everything is connected to Friday afternoon into night, March 28th. And they brought the markets down, not to make it look obvious. And that white line, this white line right there, is the 200-day moving average. Look what happens when it gets to the 200-day moving average. It bounces off of it, obviously. And today, I'm recording this on March 5th, it's literally made the indecision candle and bounced off. It literally bounced off the 200-day moving average. So obviously they're going to say, oh, the tariffs are delayed, something happens. They're going to juice the market into the 28th and take it back up to all-time highs, because it's an extreme fear. We need this thing in greed or extreme greed by the time we get to March 28th, right there. And now we watch Trump Gaza, and the reason they're showing you Trump Gaza is because they're telling you the land is split. And when was Trump's first assassination? On July 13th. What is that day? 5/6. 5/6. Do you get it? 5/6, July 13th. June 5th. 5/6. Remember the 5th of November? This is why I knew that on November 8th, something about Trump Iran because of this. And when was his second assassination? Did Fletchtar tell you this on week before November 8th, that Trump Iran headlines would come out? No, Fletchtar doesn't tell you anything. He's a retard. But 5/6, right? And then, when was Trump's second assassination? Exactly on September 15th. And when was September 15th? September 15th was right here on Elul. Elul 15, 12/15. What's 13 days later? 13 days later is when September ends. On Elul 28, IPEC Goat 10/1, October 1st, 101 on the chalkboard. September 15th, at 13 days, you get to Elul 28. When is Elul 28? It's 12/28, March 28th. When was Trump's first assassination? Exactly on July 13th, 5/6. When is 5/6? It's June 5th. Once again, Trump is getting taken down on March 28th after midday. This is what they're showing you. Read, listen to that again. What are the damn odds?
Tunnels coming to set you free, bringing the light for all to see. No more tunnels, no more fear. Trump Gaza is finally here. Trump Gaza shining bright, golden future, a brand new light. Feast and dance, the deal is done. Trump Gaza #1. Trump Gaza shining bright, golden future, a brand new light. Feast and dance, the deal is done. Trump Gaza #1.
The numbers blazed an ominous red against the backdrop of the Manhattan skyline. 36, 28, 19. Each tick of the clock hammered another nail into the coffin of peace. March 28, 2025. The world held its breath, unaware of the cataclysmic event that awaited. A day that would forever be etched in the annals of history as the day the world descended into chaos. February 2025. News channels buzzed with alarming reports. Intelligence briefings painted a grim picture. Iran, a nation shrouded in mystery and driven by an iron will, had reached a critical point in its nuclear program. The serpent was baring its fangs. Whispers of their capabilities sent shivers down the spines of world leaders. The world watched, a silent spectator to the unfolding crisis. The clock kept ticking, its relentless march a stark reminder of the impending doom. The tension was palpable, a suffocating blanket of fear that enveloped the globe. For years, Iran had toiled in the shadows, driven by an insatiable desire for regional dominance and fueled by a deep-seated resentment towards the West. The Ayatollah's regime, a viper's nest of ambition and religious fervor, saw a nuclear weapon as the ultimate key to achieving its goals. The world had responded with sanctions, diplomatic pressure, and veiled threats. But the Iranians, masters of subterfuge and cunning, had continued their clandestine work. They had tasted blood during the turbulent years of the Middle East uprisings. Their proxy forces, Hezbollah in Lebanon, Hamas in Gaza, had struck fear into the hearts of their enemies. But Israel's iron fist had struck back, dismantling their networks and crippling their capabilities. The Iranians felt the pressure, the noose of isolation tightening around their necks. They craved a weapon that would make the world tremble, a weapon that would secure their place at the table of power. The world was a tinderbox waiting for a spark. The Israeli-Palestinian conflict, a festering wound on the global landscape, had flared up once more. Hamas, backed by Iran, launched a series of brazen attacks, drawing swift and brutal retaliation from the IDF. The United States, under the hawkish leadership of a newly elected president, had thrown its weight behind Israel, further antagonizing the Iranians. The Russians, once a staunch ally of the Syrian regime, seemed hesitant to get involved, their attention consumed by their own geopolitical chess game in Eastern Europe. The diplomatic channels, once abuzz with activity, fell silent. Mistrust and suspicion poisoned the air. The world held its breath, waiting for the other shoe to drop, and drop it did with the deafening roar of a nuclear explosion. March 28, 2025, 8:46 a.m. EST, a blinding flash, a mushroom cloud that blotted out the sun. New York City, the beating heart of the world, vanished in an inferno of fire and ash. The world watched in horror as the unthinkable became reality. Panic gripped the globe, markets crashed, cities ground to a halt, accusations flew like missiles, the carefully constructed facade of peace shattered into a million pieces. The dogs of war, unleashed from their leash, were baying for blood. World War III had begun.